Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here of Saint Discussions on Strike 7 Sports. And today I got some new news concerning the New Orleans Saints. Today, a plethora of things came down in certain time frames concerning the team. The first, news that came out like bright early in the morning, like around, 7:50, 7:55, 8 o'clock-ish, is that Cam Jordan has been extended with the New Orleans Saints. Possibly for the rest of his career, a 2-year deal, I believe worth $27.5 million with the team. So that pretty much seals it for him in regards to him, being a free agent and possibly looking at other offers. They've been wanting to get it done for a long time, getting him locked up to be a part of this team going forward. So they got that done. He won't be one of the guys that will be free agents for this upcoming season because he's been re-signed with the team. So with that being said, man, congratulations to him. Well deserved accomplishment. Deserves to be here. A huge cog to that defense and what they do best. Get up to the quarterback. He could play against the run, do multitude of things. And glad that he's here. He deserves it. Hopefully, man, this team can, go all out and provide the best resources, so that he can get his first ever Super Bowl title. Because he's been with this team for a while. I believe his first year was 2011 when the team went on that run, went 13-3, best offense in the NFL, but fell short to San Francisco in the playoffs. So he's been here for a minute, and he's been close quite a few times. In Minnesota, the Minneapolis Miracle came up short. The no call that didn't go too well. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this guy a ring, man. Let's do what we need to do to get this guy a Super Bowl ring. He deserves it. Family guy, got a beautiful family. And you don't see too many players, put down roots in New Orleans, man. You just don't see that anymore, man. But this guy, got drafted here, put down his roots, got a house, all that stuff. He lives in New Orleans, in the New Orleans metropolitan area. Good dude, man. Good dude. I'm glad that he's staying here, staying with the Saints, not going anywhere else. Happy for him. Because without Cam Jordan, this is an entirely different football team, man. And there's still, questions to be asked, questions to be answered of if the opposite side of him is efficient enough to, cause a wreak havoc. Hearing that Peyton Turner's having a really good camp. He's having a really good camp. And based on the optics, on the reports, what people saying, is that he is the guy that's going to be lined up opposite of Cam Jordan. If things go as planned, if he continues to have a good camp. So hopefully we can get that guy, man. And, we can get things straightened out on offense. And we can go for this thing. The Saints can go for this thing. Go for a Super Bowl title in these next 2 years, man, where you got Cam Jordan on the contract. Now, he said that he may come back for after that contract expires, but for right now, it looks like this is it for him. You know what I'm saying? So let's make it count. You know what I'm saying? Similar to how we did it with Drew Brees, where, the team went all out, to put the best pieces around him so that he can have his best shot of getting to the Super Bowl again and winning it. Unfortunately, it came up short because, why, the no call and the push off against Minnesota. There's a lot of things that went down that, prevented Drew from getting to the Super Bowl. Brady coming back. Not Brady coming back, but Brady coming into the division. You know what I'm saying? All these things that, Breeze couldn't control. But let's give it another shot, you know what I'm saying? For a good dude, a future Hall of Famer. I think he's first ballot, in my opinion. I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He got the numbers for it, the resume, all that good stuff. So he shouldn't have to wait that long to get in. So there's that. Congrats to Cam Jordan on pretty much on the verge of spending his entire career with the New Orleans Saints organization. You don't see that much in pro sports today. You just don't. So we'll see. All right, so next set of news I want to talk about is, some concerns have been, people have been raising some concerns about the Saints' offensive line during training camp, just because due to the injuries that have popped up, people had high hopes for Trey Turner, the guard that came over from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Spent some time with the Washington Commanders, 5-time Pro Bowler, New Orleans native, played at LSU, lost for the season after tearing his quadriceps. Fortunately, that's, sucks that it happened. That then a few days after that, excuse me, Andrews Pete, he suffered an injury, I believe, to his ankle, if I'm not mistaken, his foot. Not sure, but he suffered an injury. And according to Dennis Allen, it's nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? But I seen a video of him, walking, walking on his own power, but with a slight limp, Ram checked. I believe they have him on veterans rest. I guess they don't want to just bring him out there and just, nothing could happen to him. Nothing, bad happened to him. Sharon Caesar Reeves looks like he's in good shape. Trevor Penning's having a good camp. He had a slight injury. He came back the next day and performed. With that being said, man, they just have to stay healthy, man. The offensive line is not what it was when Drew Brees was under center. That's understandable, man, but this O-line, man, just got to stay healthy. For Derek Carr to have a chance, have time back there to throw the football, make big plays, and things like that. And people were saying that one session they had, I think that was Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, is there was, I think it was like a backup crew playing offensive lineman for the team, and it pretty much the D-line just ate their lunch. Just had a field day with them. And people were, kind of raise some concerns about that and all that, but that's backups, man. That's why the backups. You know what I'm saying? Defensive lines, good defenses do that to backups. And let's not forget, the Saints have a really good defense. So let's just wait and see how it play out, man. You know what I'm saying? I do have my concerns about Trevor Penning, his durability. To me, based on what I see, I've heard, what I've read, is that he has a tremendous upside, man, as a left tackle. You know what I'm saying? If he can just get through the season healthy, play at least, 8 or 9% of the season, I think the Saints have an anchor at the left tackle, man. The future is at left tackle is with Trevor Penning. James Hurst, you got him. You still have him on the team. You can move him around on the offensive line. You got Cesar Ruiz. We hoping that he could come through and produce. Look like he's heading in the right direction after coming off that injury from last season. Andrews Pete, man, look, people upset about him being durable and him not staying healthy, man. But you can't lose him right now. You can't afford to lose him, man. Well, not after the season, but right now, you can't afford to lose him. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the season, or have him miss a significant portion of the season, man. Because when he's healthy, everything's straight, going good. He's a really good offensive lineman, to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of on a wait and see mode on the offensive line. Maybe they can if they don't feel as comfortable with that the way the O-line is producing, they can use that assuming it's still $14 million in cap space they have, and acquire somebody. Hey, Zach Martin, that won't happen, but Zach Martin is holding out right now with the Cowboys because he wants more money. I'm hearing that he's getting fined like $50,000 a day. and so far he's paid a total of up to $500,000 so far. But I don't think the Saints will make a play for Zach Martin, though. I just don't. I don't think Jerry Jones is letting that guy go out the door. And, I just don't see it happening. But, it doesn't hurt to entertain the idea of it happening, But let's just see. Let's just wait and see, man. It's the second week of training camp that just got done, man. Give these guys time to, gel. Give these guys time to, knock the rust off. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, that's what has happened these first couple of weeks of training camp. Guys still rusty. They're coming off vacation. Who knows what type of football shape they're in, what type of shape they're in, period, after being away from the facility, being away, from the team, doing their own thing. Who knows, man? But hopefully, we can continue to hear the good stories of guys like Cesar Ruiz progressing, Trevor Penny looking really good. Hopefully we can continue that, man. And Andrews Pete can come back and produce, man. Because the backups around after those guys are not something that I want to see on the field. And I don't care how good a quarterback is. If he doesn't have the proper protection, it's gonna be a long day. Real talk. Ask Andrew Luck how that felt, how that went. So I'll just wait and see how that's gonna play out, man. Let's just wait and see, and we'll go from there on that. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving right along. Other news that came down today. Jon Gruden has made his return back to Saints camp, Saints facility down in Metairie. What I heard is that it's not in a consultant role this time. It's more of to be an observer. Either way, man, it don't matter, man. He's still in the building. He's still back in your midst, back in your presence. And a lot of people have been mixed opinions on it. From what I've seen, people don't like it. Some people are down with it, because he's familiar with Derek Carr. He knows how to get the best out of him. And, based on what a lot of opinions have stated, a lot of reporters, a lot of analysts have stated, is that Jon Gruden's system is somewhat similar to what Sean Payton ran while he was here in New Orleans. But me personally, I think Jon Gruden ran the football a lot more compared to Sean Payton. But it's a different discussion for a different day. But I'm okay with it, man. If you believe this guy can come in and provide some pointers on how to use Derek Carr, what's the situation to put Derek Carr in, and what situation not to put Carr in. He knows his strengths, his weaknesses. But then by all means, go for it. Because the goal at the end of the day is for this team to win the division and to have productive quarterback play. That's what it is, man. This is about winning football games. He's not, and like he's a head coach. He's not a coordinator. You know what I'm saying? He's just coming in just to advise, assert position. He's not handling emails. He doesn't have an account with the team. He's not an employee of the team. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I have no problem with it. I have no problem with Jon Gruden coming into the building, advising Derek Carr. But then again, I'm kind of wondering, how does Pete Carmichael feel about this? You know what I'm saying? How does he feel about this, having a guy came in before, and now you bring him back again? So what is that saying? You know what I'm saying? And maybe, if Dennis Allen gets off to a sluggish start and it's bad, they might fire Dennis Allen and put Jon Gruden in that role at the end of the season. Or they might insert him in, during the season, see how he does. If they play better, he may become the head coach again. I don't know. Still got the lawsuit up in the air right now. That lawsuit going on right now. So who knows how that's going to play out. But that's something to think about, man. because he's already familiar with Derek Carr. He is. So I don't have an issue with him coming to the facility, giving pointers, giving tips on how to, run the offense, how to construct the offense around Derek Carr, what his strengths are, what's the positions to put him in to be successful. I have no issue with Jon Gruden coming and serving in that capacity with this team. So there's that. And closes out, I want to talk about Alvin Kamara being suspended by the National Football League for 3 years. Not 3 years, dang, my bad. For 3 games because of his role, the role that he played in the brawl that occurred outside of a Vegas nightclub during the Pro Bowl in 2022. I felt like Alvin Kamara was lucky. I'm glad that he got 3 games because usually, man, maybe this because Sean Payton is not with this team anymore, but if he was, maybe he would have got like 6 to 8 games. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here. The narrative is that Peyton and Roger Goodell got beef, and Roger Goodell took it out on the Saints because Tom Benson, the late Tom Benson, didn't fire Sean Payton for buying the cake. Maybe, maybe not. But in regards to this situation, I'm glad that it's over with. I'm glad that Alvin Kamara, came clean, admit that he was wrong, fess up to it, owned it. I'm glad he got in front of it. I'm glad he showed some aggression and being proactive by talking to the commissioner, first to give your side of the story. Even though you give your side of the story of why you did what you did, admit that it was wrong. It was the wrong action to take. I like that. I like that he did that, and he said it himself that it's not. I'm paraphrasing here, but he said it himself that that's not the protocol that you usually do. Usually the players don't usually try to talk to Goodell first before the punishment comes down. They usually just fall in the shield. But Alvin Kamara had a game plan, bro. He had a game plan, of what he was going to do. And I'm glad that this is a 3-game suspension because I believe the Saints play Tampa. They play Tennessee first. He won't be there. He won't be playing for that game. He play against Carolina in the second game. The third game, I don't know who I forgot the third game of the season is against, but I believe it's Tampa Bay. Let me know in the comment section if it's a different team, but I believe it's Tampa Bay. But you come back against the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, and they're a different team without Aaron Rodgers in the fold, but you never know. I think Jordan Love might be better than what people think he's going to be, so we'll see how it plays. I still give the Saints the upper hand, though. But this helps Alvin Kamara because, that's 3 games. 3 games you're not around the team. 3 games you're not taking punishment. 3 games your body is still fresh. You can come back to the backfield and contribute. And I still believe you'll have the same time. He'll come back and have the numbers that he's always had, if they utilize him right. The 800, 900 yards rushing, 600, 700 yards receiving, 85 catches, 9, 10, 12 rushing touchdowns, maybe 7 to 8 touchdowns receiving. That's if they utilize him like they say they're going to utilize him this year. They say he's looking a lot better. He always looks better in training camp, but put him in the slot, let him play that role of a wide receiver. He could do a lot, man. Weapon X. But I'm glad that that stuff is over, man. It's just crazy how long it took, though, because it happened in 2022, and it carried over to the season. He never got suspended last year, and the process just played out. He settled in court, talked to Goodell. Hey, 3 games. That's it. That's great. And hopefully he's learned from this and grow from it. Everybody made mistakes. The thing is that, did you grow from your mistake? So shouts out to him. Glad that it's over with, and looking forward to the upcoming season. Looking forward to the first pregame of the preseason matchup for the Saints, where we can find out, if Jake Haener is what he say he is. Not what he said he is, but is what people have been saying he is during training camp. The training camp sessions that people have been talking about how good he has been looking. So we'll see how it's going to play out. How it's going to shake out soon. All right. That's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. How you feel about Alvin Kamara getting 3 games suspension? How you feel about Cam Jordan extended with the team? How do you feel about Jon Gruden being back in the Saints facility? Also, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for latest content on the Saints organization. That's a new piece of content that's been put up. So everything is going back to Strike 7 Sports, the main site, and it's gonna stay that way for a while. So that's that. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out. Who that?